Hey you guys, my name is Kimmy Clark. If you're new here, if you're not, welcome back. I'm gonna be using the Time palette again today. I really feel like doing something green. So I actually saw this post from Docolor on Instagram, and a girl did like a butterfly, and I'm like, I kind of want to do that. But I'm just gonna do something regular today because I have a little bit of running around to do, and I really, like, not that I'm against if you know, want to walk around with butterflies on your face, that's completely fine. I just personally, I guess I just ain't feeling that fancy today. Normally I would, but I'm just not feeling it today. I already prepped my face. I exfoliated, I don't know why I had to say it like that, and moisturized and washed it. It's feeling pretty good. I'm getting like a little bit of breakage, like break outage. But I mean, whatever. We're adults now. Oh well, we have adult acne. Might as well not be upset about it. I'm gonna put primer on my eyes like I always do. I'm gonna do my eyes first. I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. And I'm using this like wedge sponge that my mother-in-law bought me for Christmas from Ulta. It's like Ulta brand too. And I actually really like it. If you've been here before, you know that I lost my e.l.f. Total Face Sponge like somewhere in Florida. I don't really know what happened. I'm actually gonna do my, I'll wait, I guess. Okay, so going into this palette, gotta find my number 9 brush, as you all know. It's the Docolor number 9 brush. I think it was a 15-piece eye set, but I really, really love this number 9 brush. It's like perfect for my eye. See, I was thinking of like an emerald color. So to start off, I think I'm gonna go into this green right here and put that as my transition color. So start a little bit above my crease. I have not used these palettes since I first got them. Oh yeah, holiday left. How was your 4th of July, everyone? Mine was like, all right. I went kayaking down a river. Then I came home, had some food, and then I actually just fell asleep. Like, I didn't even stay up for fireworks. I didn't even see any fireworks this year at all because I just went to bed. Like, I guess I'm just over it at my age. I'm just like, eh. I'm really building this color up because I like it. I'm like buffing out the corners and going over it. So before 4th of July, because my husband had Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. So Saturday we woke up, I accidentally left my alarm on. So we woke up, you know, expecting to sleep in. And he was just like, do you want to do something today? And I was like, looking on my Facebook, you know, like, yeah, I guess we can if you want. You know, it's not a big deal. We'll figure something out to do, you know, something fun. And I was looking at my memories, and we went to the zoo by my house like a year ago, you know, on that day. And, you know, I was just looking through my memories, and all of a sudden he's like, you want to go to the zoo? And I was like, really? You know, we went exactly 1 year ago today, so it'd be fun. It's like a little tradition. He's like, no, I'm talking like, you know, a bigger zoo. Do you want to go to the Detroit Zoo or what? And I was like, super excited. Mind you, it's like 7 a.m. So I jumped up. I was like, come on, we gotta get ready. You know, it opens at like 9, I think. So I was like really excited. I'm one of those people. I like animals and I like going to the zoo and I like seeing, I'm basically a kid when I come there. But, let me match these up a little bit more. So we start driving. It's only, I think, an hour and a half from our house. I'm not really sure. And all of a sudden I said, does the Detroit Zoo have an aquarium? Because the Toledo Zoo, Toledo, Ohio Zoo, has an aquarium. And I was just curious if that one had an aquarium too, because that's something I really want to see. I've never been. And he's like, I don't know. So we went on their website and then he saw, don't forget to make your reservation. So he's like, oh no, you know. So he looked on there and they were sold out till like 4:30. So I was like, aw, that sucks. You know, what do we want to do now? So then he's like, why don't we just go to the Toledo Zoo? And only added like a half hour onto our trip. And I was like, really? So I was like super excited. So we went to the Toledo Zoo. I just now noticed I don't have my lights on behind me. Do I turn it on now or no? Might as well. Woo, lights on. Anyway, so we went to the Toledo Zoo and it was so cool, you guys. If you haven't been and you're kind of close, well, I mean, if you want to travel though too, you could. I mean, I can't really say that though because I've never been to like other zoos, so this might be like really cool to me and really lame to you. So, because the zoo by my house is kind of, I mean, it's cool, but they don't have like elephants, giraffes, like they don't have a lot of the cooler animals to me anyway. So I don't know, it was just so cool. And there was an aquarium and there was a touch tank to where you touch with 2 fingers. You can't touch their eyes or mouth or anything, which duh, like I don't know. I mean, I guess kids would, not really thinking about it, like just be like, I want to touch their face, you know. But so I touched some fish, you know, like different fish. I don't really know what they were. They felt squishy. I mean, it was cool, but at the same time I was just like, eh. I don't know. It was really cool. Like I'm really excited we went, and then that was like the whole day. I mean, we got there at like noon, I think, and I'm gonna now switch into this darker green. We got there at like noon, and tapping off the excess. And I saw, at first I was like, they close at 5. Like, is that gonna be enough time? Because I looked at the map and it looked really, really big. So I'm just like, I hope we have enough time to see everything, which now that we, you know, it's not very far from our house, we can go like, you know, anytime we want now. But I just wanted to make the most of it since it was my first time going there, and it was so cool. Like all the animals were cool. The aquarium was like really cool. Of course, I'm like doing videos of it. I'm just like, this is just like Finding Dory. Like this is the open ocean exhibit, and it really was. It was like really cool, and I was like videoing it, and then I saw Dory, so I'm just like, the fish are swimming, blah blah blah, and then I was like, there's Dory. Like I was like screaming, and all the kids were like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady? And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm a kid, can't help it. And oh my god, they had a baby gorilla and a baby orangutan, and they were the cutest things. Like, oh my god, I loved seeing them. They were just so cute. The orangutan was like playing with the kids through the glass, you know, like high-fiving, you know, just running up to the glass and doing all this cool stuff. And all the kids were, you know, like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing ever. And the little baby gorilla, I was watching the mom like breastfeed, and well, it looked like breastfeed, and she was holding the baby like that. I don't necessarily know if that's what she was doing or if the baby was just like chilling with her, you know. I don't know. It was so cool. Like I honestly cannot get, like I'm already ready to go again. And I just get that way. Like once I find something that's really cool, I'm like, I want to basically abuse this till I hate it. And like if any of you guys have ever drove in the car with me, you understand that I'll play the same song at least 4 or 5 times in a row if I really like it, and then I'm like, okay, now we can switch songs. It's just like, I don't know, I just want to like, I don't know. I just really want to hear it until I can't hear it anymore. It's like weird. And um I don't know. It was so much fun. So if you guys haven't went, the only thing that like it was super fun, but there was like, there was quite a few people, not as much as like I thought there would be. But it was still kind of busy, but it was like super annoying. Like maybe it's just a me thing, but I was always raised to where like you look at the animal, spend, a minute or so there, if that, and then you let other people have a turn. Like me and my husband were waiting to take a picture of the the dad gorilla, the male, because he was in the corner and he was just sitting all grumpy, and he, like my husband kept saying it's like universal, like why is dad always mad? Yeah, it just works for animals and humans. um but I don't know, I was like waiting and this guy in front of me, which no, like whatever, do your thing, I want you to enjoy the trip as well, like do what you gotta do. But there's like, first of all, it said only 12 people in the little area at a time, which I didn't notice that till I was already in there. And there was at least 30 of us, and we're all waiting for this guy to get done taking pictures of this male gorilla, because we, like, there was the glass, so we couldn't take a picture where we were because all it was reflecting his reflection on the gorilla. Like, you couldn't even see the gorilla, you could just see the guy, like, taking a picture. So I'm like, we're, like, all of us. It wasn't just, like, me and my husband. It was, like, me and him plus, like, 6 or 7 other couples waiting to take a picture. And this guy took about 80 or so pictures of this gorilla, all of the same, like, nothing changed. He looked the same in every single one, which is fine. I'm not saying he shouldn't, necessarily be allowed to do that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know, I guess I've just been more considerate when it comes to like things like that. Like if I'm really excited about something, like I was excited about the orangutan, but I'm not also gonna sit there and be like, oh my god, this is the orangutan, and just be obsessed with it to where like kids, other people, like no one else can see it. I want everyone to enjoy it. So I don't know, I guess I was just kind of like, you're a grown man and I guess you just don't know that. Like deepening up this outer corner. This eye, like, because my eye shapes are just so different. I'm like, I really just want to like hold, like get a little toothpick and put it like here to here and just hold this up all the time. Like it's so annoying. I don't know. It was super fun, and when I got home, I was like, I was telling my husband, I was like, I wonder if Fred and the girls can like smell that we were around big cats or big animals in general, like especially the cats. Like we saw a tiger, 2 different tigers there. I didn't see any lions there though, which maybe we had missed them. I'm not really sure. But that was kind of disappointing because I really like seeing the lions. I mean, I like seeing any of the big cats in general, but I loved seeing the elephant. Oh my god, it was so cool. It just came right up to the thing. It was seriously like it knew that we wanted to see it, and it was just cooperating. It was like, hey you guys, what's up? I'm the elephant. I'm cool, right? And he was just walking around. I don't know. And all the animals had like big ices, like it was basically a big frozen brick that was red, white, and blue for like just a treat for them, and just watching the elephant pick it up with its trunk and try to break it so it could have smaller bites to eat it. It was just, I don't know, it was really, really cool. It, like, I don't know. It's funny how animals can do, like, I went into that yellow that's in there, by the way, and I'm gonna put that here. It's just funny how animals can literally do normal things, like stuff that we do, and we're just like, oh my god, look at it, it's so cute, because it is. But then again, like, I'm that way when I see little kids like do stuff. I'm like, oh my god, look how little their hands are, because it's cute. Like, I don't know. I think it's so cute. Um, I really loved seeing that little baby orangutan and the baby gorilla though. I mean, my favorite part was probably the aquarium just because I don't know. Fish are just so cool, and there was like they had an alligator and they had um different types of turtles, like a sea turtle and then also like an alligator turtle. And it was just cool because I've never been to one, and I don't know. It was really cool. I'm just gonna go back into that darker green and add it more right here. Which, like, I mean, maybe it's not your thing. Maybe you're just like, go to the zoo, you know, get over it. But I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I think I want to add a little bit of this, like, shimmer shade just down the middle. Just to where, like, the yellow and the green meet. Let me go back on this side, and then I'll, like, try to spread it out or do something. I like that. That is what I want today. I don't know. Like I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like lately I've just been super happy about everything. Everything just seems to make more sense. I feel like I used to, you know, be upset about dumb things. Like, for example, and this is like a what is that, 360 or 180, I think 180 turn, because if I 360, isn't that, you know, back at the beginning? But now I don't know. I feel like I'm dumb right now, but whatever. We're all dumb sometimes. But so the other day we were at Speedway, I think, me and my husband. Every time I say we, just assume it's me and my husband. I don't really hang out with people, so it's just us. So we were at Speedway and he was walking in and he looked behind him and he noticed, you know, like a woman walking up. So he stopped and waited. You know, she wasn't like directly behind him. She was, you know, kind of a distance away. And he still stopped and waited and held the door for her. And in that moment, I just sat there and I was just thinking, like, I'm so lucky to have such a nice husband. You know, he's a gentleman. You know, I don't know. He's honestly a really good guy. And I just think about it. Maybe like a year, more like 2 years ago, year and a half, 2 years ago, I used to be so, well, I'm not necessarily insecure now like I used to be. I used to be more insecure. Now it's just more like, you know, holy crap, I'm the fattest person on the planet kind of thing. So I don't know, I got over that. But back then it used to be more of like, is he, you know, I guess I just was thinking about all, like, my friends, they all have kind of bad relationship experiences and just different things. I was just like, am I with someone like that? Like, I didn't want to think of him that way, but in my mind, I just had that fear, you know, of like the unknown. So when I'm watching him hold open the door, I was just so proud and just so, I don't know, just so happy that I found someone like that and just actually realize now in my head how lucky I am to have him and how great of a person he is, you know? Because I used to just have normal girl insecurities, like, you know, thinking, I don't know if it's necessarily normal. I guess more of, you know, depressed or anxious type people. Because I don't know if every girl is like that. I know people with problems are more like that. And I don't mean this in a a bad way or at all. But I used to just sit there and think, like, is he holding that door open because she's attractive and he wants to check out her ass? Like, is he doing this because he wants to do this? And I used to just always think of, like, the bad and everything instead of just thinking, wow, my husband's, like, holding that door for that woman. Or, wow, my husband's holding that, you know, door for a child or a man or whoever. I just always thought more of it. And when I saw him hold that door open, man, I could cry now, but I almost started crying because I'm just thinking, like, how dare I think bad of him like that? Like, how dare I assume the worst of him and accuse him of different things, and when he is seriously like an angel. Like, I'm not saying he's perfect by any means, but he's not gonna do something like that to hurt me because he's better than that. Like, I don't know. And when he did that, I just thought about, like, all the time. Oops, I blinked. I just thought about all the time that I had wasted with him in a way, like, to where I was just upset, like, not enjoying our time together, or not truly, you know, loving him in a way. Like, I loved him, but not truly, like, accepting his love and knowing that I'm worth his love, and realize, you know, just really, I don't know. I just, lately, since I've been better and not been upset about scenarios I make up in my head, basically, like, things are just so much different, and I just realize, you know, how lucky I am, and how, quite frankly, how ridiculous I was. Like, some of these scenarios were just completely dumb. Like, I don't know, but when I saw him do that the other day, it's been about, I don't know, a week or two since he's done that. I just can't stop thinking about it, and just how I should have just known he was just perfect. Like, I don't know, I'm not meaning it perfect like that. I'm just perfect for me. Like, he's just, I don't know, he's just a great person. Sorry, I'm not trying to ramble, but these are having a hard time sticking because I, like, got my eyes all watery because I was gonna cry. I don't know, like, does that make sense to anyone? Do you understand that, or am I just honestly just ranting about stuff that's unrelatable? Because, like, if you've never been depressed or insecure or anything like that, not saying you need those things to have doubts or fears or anything like that, but I just feel like there was a part of our relationship where I didn't even know who I was, why I was acting this way, because I've always been the cool girl, the, you know, the guy's friend girl. Like, I've always been just understandable, and I've always looked at things from everybody's point of view. Like, that took forever to get those lashes on. Do they look alright? I hope so. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if any of you guys were like that, where I basically opened my eyes. Like, I'm way more secure than I've ever been. I'm happier than I've ever been. These lashes don't look right. I don't even know if these match. I'm just really different than what I was 2 years ago, and when I think about that, these lashes aren't matching, something's not up. When I think about that, I just think, like, I literally almost ruined our relationship so many times from just dumb accusations, dumb thoughts, dumb everything. I think they look alright for the video, but Like, and to think that I've almost lost the most precious thing to me, honestly, is just, you know, horrible to think about, really, because I'm just thinking, like, I would have seriously lost, to me, the best man in the world over a fake scenario that I made in my head. It's kind of like when you dream that your boyfriend's cheating on you, but then you really think that really happened in real life. Like, it's the same exact thing, basically. And I'm just like, and I know in fake scenarios, it can feel so real, and it can feel, I don't know, like, it literally just consumes my thoughts. Like, my brain was always running, just always, just around the clock, thinking of the worst possible thing that it could ever think of. Like, when I just went kayaking, I said, at the end, you have to walk up your kayak about 50 stairs or so, and it's kind of steep. Like, it ain't easy by any means. So because we've done this once before. It was me and my friend Nicole. We did this once before, and everything was fine, but the last time we went, we had to carry up, I think, 2 kayaks or maybe 3. The first time was fine. Me and her carried up together. She was in front, I was in back. We were just carrying it up the stairs. The second time through, I just all of a sudden had anxiety so bad to where I was just thinking of the worst thing that could ever happen in my whole life. Like, I was just thinking, like, okay, if Nicole dropped this right now and I didn't know, I could literally fall back and I would be dead, because we were more than halfway, and I would have died because, I mean, that or been paralyzed or something, you know? But I also thought, like, dumb stuff like, or if I was to fall and everything, like I was to make it all right, maybe then I would land wrong to where my leg would be broken to my face or something, you know, like, so I was telling her about this, and she said, she looked at me and she goes, you really do think of the worst thing possible, too, don't you? And I was like, I do. Like, I don't know why. I'm not necessarily trying to prepare myself for it. It's just a scary thought, like, and I just can't stop it sometimes. Like, I mean, I'm way better than I used to be now. Like, now I don't even have thoughts like that hardly at all. Like, that kayaking thing, I think, was just a genuine anxiety, scared moment, because I started looking down, realizing how high we were, and just realizing how tired I felt, and just how weak and shaky, and how at any moment, and we had been drinking, I wasn't drunk by any means or nothing like that. I had a few, like, White Claws down the river. But either way, like, anything affects your judgment more than just being straight. And I know, obviously, you can drink a couple White Claws and you're completely fine. It's White Claws, or Trulies, you know? And I get that, but in my mind, I'm thinking, like, you know, we haven't ate yet. We've been out in the sun for 3 hours. I don't know, I'm just literally thinking the worst. So when I told her that, she started laughing, like, she don't get it, you know, but, you know, she just started basically laughing, like, you know, everything's gonna be fine, Kim. And I'm just like, I know, I just had a moment to where I was thinking the worst thing possible, so just give me a second here. And this last time, we just literally carried our kayaks by ourselves. I just dragged it up the stairs. So much easier. Like, I can't tell you how much more calming it was, because the whole time we were on the river, I just kept thinking, like, I'm not looking forward to those stairs. I'm kind of nervous about those stairs, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm definitely not going to be the bitch that can't even carry up her own kayak. That's never been me. I've always been like, I can do this. You know, I'm more like a man girl, you know, whatever. So, as I'm putting on makeup. But, not that you can't do that and be, like, manly. But, I don't know, like, it was nice this time. I think, like I said, I feel like every single day I'm just getting better and better and better, to where I'm not, like, I don't overthink anything anymore. I don't even have bad thoughts about me and my husband anymore. Like, sometimes I used to think, like, You know, what happens if we decide we're not going to be together? I'm going to be single, or like think stuff that shouldn't even have been thought of. We are married. We are married for a reason. Like, why have doubts and bad thoughts about something that's like not realistically gonna happen? Because we both love each other. We were both friends before we got married. Like, we didn't just get married just to be married, if that makes sense. You know how some people are just like, oh, let's just get married, and they don't really, not necessarily, they don't really think it all the way through, but sometimes I think people, oops, I went into the wrong color, people think marriage is easy, and marriage really isn't easy. Not necessarily saying it's hard though either. I mean, if you're with the right person, it should be easier. But I still think it's hard, you know, dealing with someone every single day with your differences, with, you know, the way you like things versus the way they like things. And, you know, sometimes it can be difficult when you're thinking, you know, something, let's say the dishes. Like, I prefer the dishes, if we're gonna have a sink full of dishes, to keep all the dishes in one side of the sink so there's always an open sink. There's always a spot to wash your hands, to rinse something off, to do whatever. That's just the way I was taught when I was younger. My mom always was like, if we're gonna have dishes in the sink, always put it to one side and always rinse your dishes after eating. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that at all. And I used to think, like, really? You can't just do something very simple? But at the same time, I'm just thinking, like, why am I making a big deal out of something that shouldn't be a big deal? It's not a big deal to him. So I've really relaxed, like, the whole time I've been with him, progressively more and more and more. I'm not necessarily getting lazy by any means. I'm just more understanding and more accepting, like, things that are a big deal to me aren't a big deal. It doesn't matter if you have to spend an extra 30 seconds on a plate scraping something off. It doesn't. You know why? Because, like, at the end of the day, you're doing the dishes anyway. So, I don't know. I'm having a good skin day, it looks like, so far. Like, foundation-wise. I wish I didn't have these bags. They're so annoying. So my eyes are basically done. I'm just going to add some highlight, well, and mascara, but I'm going to do, like, the rest of my face. I don't know why I did that first. I guess I just did. But I don't know, like, I feel really, I like how I'm not even saying what I've been using this whole time. And I guess it's just the normal stuff. It's just a talk video, I guess. I just feel really lucky and blessed, and blessed is not a word I use, by the way. I just recently started using that. That's just how I feel lately. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel blessed, like, to know everything's just falling into place, like, where it should have been, you know, 3 years ago, really. And it couldn't be like that 3 years ago because I was too busy being crazy. Which I hate saying crazy, because, you know, mental health is serious. I don't want anyone to think, like, I'm crazy because I have these thoughts. You're not crazy. You know, it's just that, you know, how everyone always says, you're a crazy girlfriend and blah, blah, blah. And I guess I get it, why people say that. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm just like, it is what it is. I had crazier type moments. I had definitely moments where even myself, I was like, why am I like this? Like, but now that my mental health, and I'm not even on, I stopped taking my antidepressants about 2 months ago, and I've honestly never felt better, because I think on my time on the antidepressants, I really just saw, like, my life from a different perspective in a way. Like, I just saw since being on the medicine, everything stopped. My thoughts stopped, my anger stopped, I don't know, just all this stopped. And it's just like peace and quiet. And I didn't need, like, once I had that, I was just like, oh, I guess I am the problem. And I'm not meaning that in a wrong way or a bad way, but it does make sense to me. I was the problem with my made up thoughts. How is someone, like for my husband, for example, how is he supposed to convince me otherwise when my mind's telling me other things? Like, how is he supposed to convince me when my mind's make up the situation? I have no proof, no evidence, no nothing. But my mind was like, yep, it's happening. So it's like, it really put in perspective, like when that all stopped, I was just like, oh, he is a good guy. He is everything. And I hate to say that, yeah, medicine took that for me to see that, which I always knew he was. And I always kind of knew, like, oh, I'm just crazy. But I couldn't stop the thoughts to have that, like, oh, it is me situation. I knew he was good. I knew all that. But my mind was the second guessing situation. And it doesn't even look like I put on blush, but the second guessing situation, and just to think, like, I don't know, like I said, it's just crazy to think that the medicine helped me in that way to let me know, like, you know, your mind's not working correctly. You're having some situations happening up there. And then when I got off of it, and I'm still happy and I'm still thinking all these things, just because I realized, oh, that was just crazy thoughts. And my mind just doesn't even do that anymore. Like, if he's late from work, I don't immediately go, oh my God, what's he doing? Like, blah, blah, blah. I mean, sometimes there was one day that he was, about a month or so ago, he was pretty late from work, about a half hour, and I could hear just siren after siren after siren. So in my head, that day I did think, oh my God, something had happened. But that's like, I feel like a normal type situation. Like, the previous me was thinking, like, is he cheating? Like, what the fuck? Or, I don't know, just bad stuff in general, I think. And one, he has never gave me a reason to have insecurities about him, ever. And, I don't know why. I had a moment, and I'm better now, and our relationship has never been better. We, quite frankly, love each other more in a way, because we just know, like, he just knows that things are different. Like, I love him more, I cuddle him more, I give him space more. Like, that was a big thing. I don't know, everything's just so much different than what it once was, and it's like a breath of fresh air. Like, I can't describe how good it feels to know that we both know that this is forever, this is our last, relationship in a way, like, I don't know, it's just, and we should have had that, obviously. Like, he probably had that when we got married, but to me, I was just thinking, like, why do you want to marry me? I'm not good enough for you. And always having that doubt, like, am I pretty enough? Or am I a good enough wife? Do I clean good? Do I relax good? Like, do I clean too much, or do I clean too little? Or, which, mind you, he doesn't give a shit about any of that. Like, there was times that I was so bad, like, with depression, that my house was a disaster. Like, our house was a disaster, and he literally came home and he's just like, hey babe, how's your day? Like, he didn't even care at all about the house, which I'm not a dirty person, neither is he, but he's more like chill. He's like, house is gonna get cleaned one day or another. Like, why stress over something that seriously is just like, you just have to clean it, that's all. Like, it's not a big deal. It doesn't make you look like a less of a person, which, that's my biggest thing, is I don't like feeling like I'm less than, or like, I want everyone, like me, I feel like I'm like talking, not even doing makeup. I feel like, well, I feel like I just, so that inner corner is bright today, but I just feel like I treat everyone with the same. I try to, like, I will treat the CEO the same as the janitor. That's just the way I was raised. Try to be friends with everybody, and I really do. I try to do that. I don't try to make people feel left out or not included or anything like that. And ow, I just poked myself right in the eye. But a big thing for me was always asking him, like, am I a good wife? Or, you know, just having doubts about me as a person in general, or am I pretty enough? Or basically I needed his approval, his what is the word for that? Basically I wanted him to be like, yes you are. Yes, I needed his reassurance. And that's the biggest part of me that has changed, because I know who I am. I know I'm a great person. I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm sexy. I know I'm nice. I know I'm funny. I know I'm all these things. And I don't need someone's approval or someone's reassurance anymore, because I just know who I am. I'm a great friend. I go out of my way for my friends. I try to, at the moment, tell people, like, let's say I had an issue with a friend, I would tell them right then, like, that's what I'm doing now anyways, is I'm telling them, like, hey, that bothered me that you did that, or blah, 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 whatever the situation is. I try to be very open and honest with people, because I want the same in return. And if people can't give me that, then we have, you know, it kind of upsets me, because I feel like I'm very understanding about anything. Like, as soon as you say your side or whatever, which I always try to look at both sides of the story, but when people say, like, their sides, or maybe how they made them feel or how they perceived it, it does, you know, make you look at things differently. And I don't like that I did that. It looks weird now. But I don't know. It just feels good to know that I know who I am. I'm proud of who I am. I'm not less than because I don't look a certain way or act a certain way or whatever. Like, I feel like I'm great. And I'm not trying to be like, oh my gosh, you're so self-absorbed, but everyone should feel like they're great. And if you don't feel like you're great, then work on it until you do feel like you're great. Or just understand that your flaws are part of who you are. Like, a big thing for me is accepting who I am, for, like, accepting what I can't change. I can't change my eyelid. I can have surgery to change my eyelid, but I can't do it naturally by myself. I can't change my teeth by myself. I can't change certain things by myself, and that all costs money. If I don't have money to do it, I shouldn't be sitting here thinking like, oh my god, when I have this, I'll be happier. When this is happening, I'm happy. I want to be happy now, and I definitely don't want to wait for when this blah happens, I'll be happy. I want to be happy now, and I'm happy that I am happy now, and I'm happy that I finally understood that, because for a lot of times, like, for most of my life, I kept going, well, when this happens, I'll be happy. And then that happens, and then I'm just thinking about when the next thing happens, then I'll be happy. And when the thing after that happens, I'll be happy. Or when I lose weight, I'll be happy. Or when I lose weight, I'll be more beautiful. Or when this or that. Like, love who you are, cherish who you are, accept who you are, and life is just better. Like, life is what you truly make out of it. And the people that say, you know, I'll be happy when this happens or that happens, or when I change this or do that, or I'm not good enough. Like, I feel for you. I really do, because I was once that person. I don't feel that way anymore. It's just, it really is amazing what I feel like now, and I just want all of you guys to feel it. I don't know what else to say. I really want all of you guys to feel it. Oh no, my thing isn't working. Okay, well that spray isn't working. I'll use this one. So again, I'm sorry for the long video. It really got off topic, but what I want you guys to take from this is cherish who you are and love who you are, and don't always assume the worst, because realistically, I know they say, you know, you only have you. You should only trust yourself. You should always, the one person that always will have your back is you, and that is the truth. But there is going to be someone that you find, or several people that you find, that will have your back, that will never let you down, and always build you up. And you just need to find those people and find it in yourself to love yourself, and you will be okay. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Leave in the comments below what you did for 4th of July, or if you have, you know, agree or disagree or whatever. Like, I'm just happy, and I hope you guys are happy, and I hope this video didn't come off in the wrong way by any means or anything. Like, I don't know. Have a good day, you guys, and subscribe if you haven't. See you next time.